Normally it should be good if it's same day. Yeah, see, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, guys? Waiting on our guest of honor, Julie. Figured I would go live because Facebook, for some unknown reason, just doesn't like us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems to be like after the time expires, that it likes to decide not to allow our link to work any longer. So the Facebook link will be dead, and then we got to go back into the StreamYard software and put it back up, and then suddenly it works.
Luckily, it takes me 5 seconds to do that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'd be like, ugh.
Sounds more complicated than it is.
No, you just go in and say boom, boom, and hey, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Facebook, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to show you how it works one day because it's pretty cool setting one up. You set one up before, haven't you?
I did it once. I kind of fumbled my way through it, but I figured it out. So we're all right.
We're good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Oh, looks like our boy Adam's in.
Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look, we're a minute in, and
what's up?
What's up?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
God, remember old fucking Budweiser stuff? What's up? The frogs. What was the frogs or lizards?
There was the lizards. I remember them. They had the weird looking eyes.
Yeah, right.
I don't remember what that was all about. No, I think there were frogs too, and I think
there were frogs, but the was up was like the bunch of guys in their basement.
The lizards were talking about the frogs, talking shit on them.
Yeah, lizards talking shit about frogs.
That's
what
right.
What kind of times do we live in?
I know. That's what I'm saying, man.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of Facebook users saying hello that I don't know.
We do. Oh, would you like to know who they are? Hold on.
I mean, I got a smiley face, so that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Don and Clint. We got a specifically named, so sure.
That'd be Paul. Oh my God, Justin's in here too. Justin from Tales from the Podcast. Yeah, he's the one who said, "Gotta love StreamYard."
Oh, look at this fancy ass setup. Oh
my gosh.
A little bit different.
Look out.
Oh, is that the professional studio? Is that where you do all your editing?
And so much more.
Uh-huh.
Nice. So how are you, love?
More. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
You're fantastic.
Yeah, there's a little bit different before in Long Island. I think we were against a wall. It was like right there. So you got the epic and sometimes half of a window.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that's a creepy ass fucking door you got back there with the whole, wind blowing or the air conditioner blowing, like somebody just walked right up behind you.
It was either going to be open and the tornado might just pass by, but I opted for closing. It'll knock first.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Oh wait, I have this. I don't think I had this last time either.
No,
you did not.
You've been one of the people that, for some unknown reason, and this goes to anybody out there. It's not everyone, but a lot of people that we've interviewed. When we talk at the same time, it cancels you out and keeps us going. We won't have that problem now.
No, it's something
I can talk over everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. Something about using a cell phone. No, you seem to improve your equipment every time we talk.
Every time, yes.
Yeah.
These are actually a downgrade because the headphones we had before, I don't know. I feel like we moved with like 20 pairs of headphones and no wires. So we came with 20 pairs of headphones and the lower ones, these kind of ones. I don't know if these are actually necessarily lower in quality, but in price, these ones persevered because they had it attached. I lost a wire for a laptop. I don't know where all the wires went. I remember we had a whole box full of wires and I think the entire thing got left, but these are here and this is kind of cool. And I'm not doing this time. No phone. I'm phones free.
It's amazing. Yeah, the last time we talked, you were sitting in a chair with a laptop in your lap for 2 hours while we talked about 13 Sleighs Till Christmas. Sure, your legs went to sleep. Your dog didn't know what to think.
No, he's actually, there's like space you can see. He can literally go do his own thing, so he's happy.
All right.
There's like some random jazz that's muted in the background. I don't even know if you can see that, but it's classy.
Why do you have to mute it? Maybe we want to hear the jazz.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
and I think it's like the random one that it's not even copyright. It just kind of goes on. And you can do whatever.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, let's jump into it because Julie is in Texas now. So she is under an what is it? An enhanced weather warning.
I think they downgrade to a watch. Every day you wake up and it's like, oh, this is going to be like a crazy kind of situation. So I have 5 different weather apps. It's funny because I came here because I don't remember, actual rain in New York. It was like it rained and there was not even any thunder or lightning. So we're back to thunder and lightning. And but now there's tornadoes. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to get every weather app so that I make sure
Yeah.
that I know.
Right.
It could be raining. The only way I know the weather, it's worse than ever. I have to stick my head out and I can predict the weather better. So I went
Mhm.
on the
Yes.
TV and I watched the weather and the guy said literally he's not concerned with tornadoes, but the hail has been the issue.
That's
And
what
if the
me and her
hail,
were talking.
yeah.
Me and her were talking earlier. It was funny because we were going back and forth, going, "Are we doing this? Not doing it? Not doing it? Doing it? Doing it?" She's like, "I'm gonna give you a definitive answer," and I was like, "Whatever you need to
I'm
do.
just gonna go for it.
Yep, safety is the priority."
Throw
So
caution to the wind.
yes,
They said
exactly.
hail was, and we didn't I saw the hail here, and I'm from Florida, so again, it doesn't shock me. So the hail I saw was very small. They were reporting in the same county that they were getting golf ball or I don't even know if they had like a tennis ball, but definitely bigger situations than we had. So I don't know. And then they had power outages over there, but that was Sunday night. And then this one was supposed to be worse, and knock on wood, it could be later in the evening, but right now it's all right. I was just out just now and there's nothing going on. It's just overcast. So
Yeah.
I think they just preparedness is key because it can turn so severe
Oh yeah,
here.
real
So
quick.
they would rather just do that. So
Right.
that's why I told you I was like, I don't know for sure. The day we moved in was very severe. There goes Loki back there. The
Yep.
dog.
That's him.
He's dancing apparently. But that day and then that's been about it. So again, I didn't want there to be an issue with power and not tell you in case it goes black screen and then you're like, "Oh, well, that was a great show."
No, we would have been
Yeah.
like, well, I mean,
Yep.
guess it's a ghost. I mean, that's what we
So,
talk about and
did you hear that, Don? All the groundwork has been laid. When she gets
late.
tired of
Yeah,
this,
it's
she
done.
just pull the
Oh
plug.
yeah,
You could
done.
Yeah,
save that.
sorry, we had a power outage.
You could save that footage for your own horror movie, which that actually is not a bad idea.
That's
Have
really
you
not.
guys thought about doing, how they had Unfriended and they did this? Was this
Yeah.
kind of setup?
Can you
You could do
stop? But all
this.
right, so both of you fuckers,
Yeah.
with
Or
you with your
host.
window door and him with his door. My door's over there. I see what's going on. So unless
We're
something
setting
jumps
you
through
up.
this door, yeah.
We're gonna do it.
Mhm.
So
And I have been secretly messaging that we were setting you up this whole time.
great. You
Mhm.
know what?
Mhm.
I
Or
mean,
have we?
Yep.
you know what? I'm ready. I'm
Yep.
ready for
You're
something
ready
like
for
that.
everything.
We're bringing another caller in now. We're going to start a
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
seance.
we have 2 boxes here,
I got a
guys.
Ouija board in front
Yeah.
of me. Fuck
Oh,
that.
no.
No, god damn it. Anybody ever says I got a Ouija
It's
board in
Don,
front of them, you're
actually.
done.
Don's setting us up, Clint.
No.
We're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen enough bad shit go wrong with Ouija boards.
Yeah.
Red
I'm
herrings
not even
everywhere.
messing with it.
You pull out the Ouija board. I'm going to say, stop it. That's stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm done. The
Nah,
game
not the
over.
Ouija
Yeah.
board.
What are you doing? Do you
Yeah.
not learn your lesson from these horror movies we watch?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of horror movies that we watch, we
Mm-hmm.
obviously have watched a lot of yours, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yay.
Between Will and you, obviously, Will directing, writing, producing, and you being in them, we've watched a lot of your stuff.
Mhm.
But I guess we're not really worried about what we've watched. What do you have that's coming out that you can spill the beans on? I already know one, which is Amityville Turkey Day.
Turkey Day.
That's the big one. To kind of catch you up on everything, we do have the new Bloody Nun reboot that it's being edited right now, and I just turned in notes for that one. So I watched it. I watched a cut, and there were things that I wanted to trim down or kind of like make sure that the effects went in, to sound, transitions, stuff like that's really important to me.
Oh, yeah.
So that one should be pretty soon. We're hoping over the summer. So hopefully, because I know I think there's a really cool Nun movie. Like, isn't there a Nun sequel coming out? So it'd be really awesome for to get into that nun universe kind of vibe and vibe with all the evil nuns. So hopefully that will happen. But that's where we're at with that one. And then Camp Blood 666 Part 2, that one has been released through the distributor partially, but we're getting everything out for the rest of that, I think they had some kind of situation where, and I don't remember if it was the Blu-rays or the DVDs where one was kind of backed up more than the other, but those
Fucking
are
figures.
coming
I'm waiting
out.
on my Blu-rays.
Exactly. So we actually have orders now coming through. They're coming here, and then we're shipping them out if they went through the crowdfunding that we did. So I know there was a release through the distributor that caused some confusion, but it was also directly through them, but it was only one of those medias. And then through us, it was supposed to be both medias. And now we're catching up to get both of those released. And then we're shipping them out through anybody that ordered through us.
Now I want to ask,
Yes.
because obviously I contributed to the Indiegogo with Camp Blood, so it's a collection through a Blu-ray. I think it's all 11 movies on. It's like 2 Blu-rays. Is that going to be
Yes.
sold separately from that?
So if you order it through the campaign, that's coming through us. So you would keep in touch with me. And anybody who's listening or hears this, if you did anything with that campaign, just talk to me because I'm going to catch you up with it. It's a little delayed. We did move, as you said, we moved from New York and now we're in Dallas, Texas. So we had a change of location, and also the distributor had one kind of form of media on that. So we're also trying to make sure that everybody has one that they're able to view on their platforms. So if there's a disconnect on what you can use, we want to make sure that that gets rectified. So if you are in need of all Blu-rays or all DVD, or you can do a mix, we're trying to catch everybody up on that. And then we're doing the single orders, or the orders of just one media. Like if it's all Blu-ray or all DVD, we're trying to get those out first, and then we'll be dealing with the box set, because that was a mix. But we're finding that there are people that don't have the ability to use just one kind, or they need it all in one kind. So we're trying to figure out exactly how to get that taken care of. But I'll take full responsibility. I'm the first one that it's like, if I'm going to put my name on it at this point, I want you to be happy. And if it takes a little time, I'll be the first one to tell you it's going to take some time, but you have somebody that you can ask, and someone who's going to give you an honest answer.
Well,
So
it's going to
that's
be
your
worth it.
honest answer.
Hey,
And
there's my.
it's
I'm
cool.
good.
It's badass. I mean, I'm so excited that we had that, but in, retrospect now, it's going to take a little more time. And that's why going forward, I want to make sure that there are better time constraints, so that we know, and that people know, that this is going to take longer. So me and you are going to have more of a back and forth to discuss it, so you get it, instead of thinking, okay, this might be easier, and this is something. Now we know this might take a little bit longer if it's something of that kind of sort, where it's like mixed media.
Got it.
Because we're not printing them. We don't have the ability yet.
Right.
We're working with distributors that we love and that are great people, but in the future, we might do things where we can print it, and that's a whole other situation, because then we have full control of when it's going to get printed, when you're going to get it, the time frame, and all that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And there's not anything else where we have to ask somebody, or we have to get something else done.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And T-shirts are coming. If you did get a
hell
T-shirt
yes.
and posters, those we also are working, and they are coming next week. We'll have some of those ready to get out for Camp Blood
Damn, does that come
666.
with? Does that come with
Part
mine,
two.
or I just get Blu-rays because I'm a piece of shit?
I don't know, but I'll get you hooked up when I can. It might take
Well, I'll tell you
a
what.
little bit
I
longer.
gotta put my Amityville Karen poster up still.
I love Karen.
I
Did
want
you
to make
see
sure,
Karen was up for a Fangoria award?
and it should have won.
Yeah.
But
Karen was great. She was there.
one of our other people that has an Amityville movie that we know, Steve Rosinski.
Oh, he was great.
He was amazing. I want to make sure that I get these comments out. So
I was so happy to see him there in person. I almost screamed. I was like, yes! I was so happy because I remember the one the year before, it was mostly, everyone had to do it virtually. So to see people there in person and get the experience and the ability to represent and do that whole cool thing of being there, that was badass.
Absolutely. No, I bet that's quite a spectacle. I guarantee it.
It was a spectacular display of Amityville.
Damn right. All right, I'm cleaning my sunglasses. Clint, read some of these awesome comments for her.
Batman is here.
Oh, right. Yep.
Batman
Batman is here. Okay, so Let me start up a little higher here.
I love that I'm not against the screen in this one too.
Yeah.
Before I'm like this.
I know, right? You're like,
Hi,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, we got a hello
Oh,
everyone
hi,
from Brian
Avery.
Avery. Yeah, Avery. Okay, so Richard Bacon
Rich.
says good evening. So does Claire Bacon or
Uh-huh,
Slutty the
Slutty
Clown, as
Clown.
you may
Hello,
know.
Slutty the Clown.
Yeah. We have Jamie Hill. Hello.
Skinamarink.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, she said that down here. She's like, "Where are your Skinamarink corners?"
Sorry.
So,
We'll work on that.
and Steve-O says, "You rock."
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
Which you
I think
do
I'm starting
rock.
to see some things for the first time. I never saw
Yeah.
comments before. I'm like, what is happening? This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, if you got a big enough screen, it's amazing what you can see.
Yeah,
Right?
it was on that
Yeah.
laptop. I think the laptop was from the 80s too. I don't even know what it was.
Jeez, it's like war games.
Oh, so it was about the size of a
Would have run
cinder block.
anything else. Yeah.
Size of a cinder block with a
Yeah,
little
I don't even
Oregon
think we
orange,
brought that on the move. It was
It had
not worth
Oregon
it.
Trail on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I missed that game.
Yeah.
I was
Died
so
of
looking forward to
dysentery.
that in school.
Mhm.
Those were good days when
Yeah.
your teacher's like, okay, we're gonna do Oregon Trail.
Yep.
That's why I'm here today.
Mhm.
I didn't skip.
Fridays. Fridays were the best. And you
Mhm.
died of dysentery like 14
I
times. Like,
always enjoyed dying
fuck
of
this game.
dysentery.
Yeah.
Why? Like everybody else you're watching, I go, they made it across the fucking river. Why didn't I make it across the
I
fucking
never
river?
made it across the river.
I never beat
Never.
that game.
I don't
Yeah.
think. Can you beat
Yeah,
that
I don't know if
game?
you can.
Has anybody beat Oregon Trail?
Yeah,
Please
hey,
leave us a
out there in
comment.
the out there in the comments, Oregon Trail. Can you beat it?
I'm sure it's
Because
possible.
we're getting way off fucking topic here, but we need to know this
I
information.
have to ask one more question. Clint, do you know,
Yeah.
did they make a remake of Oregon Trail as a video game?
Yes, it was for the Wii. Why the fuck you asking
For
him?
the Wii?
You
Yeah.
ain't got a video game question.
Because
You
you're
ask me.
Batman right now. I can't even see you. I have to
sorry.
ask Clint.
Wait.
He's in
Sorry.
charge now.
Yeah.
You left
Well,
him.
There we go.
all I know is we ordered it for
Yeah.
the PC, so that's how we have Oregon
No,
Trail.
it came out for the Wii. Believe it or not, I
Yeah.
never played it. I heard it was fucking awful, but that's like
Sounds terrible.
that's at least
Yeah.
80% of the Wii
Can you
games that
imagine
came
if
out.
you're using, remember the Wii Fit controls and you're trying to do Oregon
Yeah.
Trail with those? Like that's.
I would die of getting
idea.
shot.
Mhm.
Fuck dysentery. I'm getting shot. In the
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
I feel like
It might work
dysentery-
if you were like guiding the team of horses or oxen or whatever.
like guiding airplanes or something.
See, Cody
Yeah.
knows. Cody knows.
Yeah.
I
Please
died of
don't give us
every time.
dysentery.
Died of
Every time.
dysentery.
Every time.
See?
Every
I think
time.
everyone died.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it was
think
really
you
easy
had-
to.
Christopher says you're awesome.
Hi,
Now here's an
Christopher.
actual question from Jamie. So I have to be possessed in a film soon. What pointers do you have?
Get actually possessed. No, I'm sorry. I would say remove yourself from the cast and sit in a small confined space and stare at the wall. I usually would watch really upsetting videos, to be honest, with anyone for anything emotional. So to be possessed, I would just remove yourself and really alienate yourself from them and feel that alienation. But Jamie, she's probably an expert at this. I think she's been possessed way more times. I think that she really knows already. But I've been possessed nearly enough. But that's my
Yeah.
possession pointers.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know if it counts as possession, but I just watched a movie of yours called Ring of Desire.
That's
So-
possession too.
possession.
Yeah, it
yeah.
seemed like it. Kind of like in a Lord of the Rings kind of way, cursed
I would
ring type deal.
definitely, yeah. That one of those things about that is disconnect
Mhm.
and reaching for, like, I guess the only way I could say it is usually when you're around people you care about and around people that you're supposed to be happy, do the opposite and think of where you don't want to be around them and
Mhm.
literally like you hate them or you're just feeling empty and just close yourself off. So, and it was hard because there were so many fun and like really cool people around in that cast. So it was
Yeah.
hard to be like, no, I'm not here. But
That's
just,
why I couldn't do it because, especially like like you said, if there's a lot of cool people around, it's like, damn, like
Mhm.
I don't want to miss the chance of hanging out with them. But again, it's you got to do what you got to do to get into it, and I want to make sure, Horror Nerd,
Yeah.
what was it like doing your scene on the barn too? You did great at being possessed, which of
That's a
course
great
that's why Jamie
possession.
would ask.
That is a great possession. It's one of my favorites. And again, it's just for me, that was like Evil Dead, where it was literally you think about, and I love the actress too, Alice. She's amazing. So it was hard to be like, I want to kill you and like eat you and, swallow your soul or whatever. But for that, I would say it's the same thing of I guess with me, I always loved possession and like demons and villains and evil things like that. So to me, I just wanted to like be able to have the opportunity to be one of them. So that was part of my motivations for shutting it down and doing it. But again, me, I would do like for the emotional ones, I would look at, especially there's one where this little girl like is just really sad on this YouTube video and I would cry every time. So, and I would just again go away from everybody, go in a corner, not be around anybody, not eat together, and not hang out. So possession was the same thing, but for me, I always thought it a little bit more fun, so it wasn't as hard. Um,
Hmm.
I'm surprised I didn't laugh nearly enough though, because it can be funny, especially when you say like crazy lines or you're like, it's going to come off as funny, even though you're scary.
Hmm.
It's borderline sometimes with possession where it does come off where it becomes comical. Just because we have so many films that we love that are borderline possession and comical or comedic or whatever. So, which doesn't sound like it goes together, but if you know,
Oh,
you
it
know.
does. No, it does. I
So,
mean, you have a lot of let's see, demons. Demons is one, or demone, as it's
Yeah.
called in
oh
Italy.
my God, yeah. I just
I mean,
rewatched that recently.
that has a little bit of like a comedic. Some of the
Or
people that are in it are like, trying to be funny, but then it turns into the situation that it does.
The
Um,
second one too,
second
which
one's good
was
too.
basically a reimagining of the first. They
Hmm.
did mostly the same thing, but I actually kind of like that one as its own
It's like
thing.
Evil
But
Dead 2. It's just like Evil Dead 2.
exactly, yeah.
A lot of people say Evil Dead 2 is a reimagining of the first one. And of course, you have your fans that say that, the first one stands on its own, which it does. I mean, there's no question about it. It stands on its own.
I
It's
think
just,
the
it's more
second,
serious.
I think the second Demone film reminds me more of Evil Dead Rises because
mm,
Yes.
of that.
Yes.
To me, that I immediately that's where I got the vibes for that one.
Now, you've seen Night of the Demons, I'm sure, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen the whole series too.
See, that's another good one that people need to check out if you haven't. I mean, it's a cult classic, so I'd be shocked if nobody's really seen it. But
And
I
if you
like.
haven't seen the sequels, I mean,
Oh, sequels
I
are
think the
great.
sequels are great too. Especially the second one. The third one, I thought the third one was great too.
Hmm.
Is there more than three? There probably is more than three.
There
I'm
was
just
a
not remembering.
remake that came out.
Oh, I like Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah, Monica Keena was in it too from
And
Freddy
Tiffany
versus
Shepis
Jason.
is in that
Uh
too.
huh. Yep.
That's a great, and Edward Furlong. That
Yep.
I know there's haters and it doesn't have anything to do with the first one whatsoever. I try, especially in remakes and stuff like that, to let them be their own thing. And to me, it doesn't take away from seeing. Somebody said that recently on something I was watching where they're like, it doesn't necessarily have to take away from the original or the original series and everything. You can appreciate it for what it is, and
Well,
that's how I
that's
feel.
that's no, and I love the fact that you say that because it's true. I mean, you have to understand that, especially if it's I mean, the original Night of the Demons came out. I don't know the exact date. Obviously, 80s, no doubt about it. And then the
I don't
remake came out
remember.
in 2019.
So,
I
yeah,
mean,
it's a
that's a jump.
distance.
So it's like you're not going to get the same thing because you're going to have better effects, maybe.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, sometimes it's CG, which we all know
Yeah.
how I feel about CG gore and stuff. But I mean, you can even take it out of horror and look at other remakes. Like one that I think about the most is the Ninja Turtle ones.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you went into Ninja Turtles and you're like, what the fuck is this? Why are they so big? Why are they this, that, and the other in their origin story? It's like, look, guys, if you go in there expecting 1989 Ninja Turtles, you're going to be sorely disappointed because that's not what it is.
Yeah.
But you have to take every single aspect of it and you just have to accept it for what it is on its own. It's just like and I love the fact that you can bring up Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, not Nightmare on Elm Street because that movie sucks, but Halloween, Halloween, and Friday the 13th. I mean, and I'm not going to take anything away from Nightmare on Elm Street. Again, they made a movie and it wasn't great,
Yeah.
but they still made a movie.
That's true. I
But
actually liked it for its own thing, but I don't know if I could actually say that I like it.
I fucking hate it.
I
I'll sit here
give
and say I fucking hate it.
props for certain things. I actually hate saying I hate something. But yeah, I've even tried to rewatch it, and
You just can't. It's
it's one of the ones I just can't.
that's one of the ones that they changed so much of it, and and even Friday the 13th with basically throwing 1, 2, and 3 in all at one time. They got the where he drowns, where he's Sackhead Jason,
And
then
the
he finds
tunnels.
the tunnels, and it's like, so this is like Texas Chainsaw is what I feel like. A
Well,
little bit like the second one.
it was a whole
It's like a network.
what was it? It was Michael Bay, or what was that? Platinum Dunes. It was that whole like
Yes.
kind of thing they were doing for like, I don't even know if it spanned a decade, but it was like they were doing it with everything.
Mhm.
And they did it with like many franchises, and they did the whole thing, and it was just it had the same look, the same feel, almost the same kind of stories they were going for. um it felt like maybe, I don't know if they had the same team that was all working on it, or whatever, the same kind of brain cloud that was kind of like pumping all that out at the same time. But
Mhm.
again, I can actually appreciate like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre ones, but I can, the Friday 13th, but again, it has that feel. It all has that very cold, very dark, very brutal feel, and it doesn't have the charm or the authentic comedy that comes off, whether it was
It's
meant to be in the
forced.
80s or not. Yeah, they're trying to recapture something and repackage it to people because they knew they had a built-in fan base,
Yep.
which, okay, they're enjoyable. I don't dislike them, just like I don't necessarily dislike all of the new Halloween ones. The last one, that's far and removed for me to like it. I have to actually take it out of the box and not even have it in the genre, or I mean in its own series at all associated to like it.
Clint, I like your fucking face.
So
What do you mean?
God, please.
Am I
Oh my
washed
God.
out?
No, I mean from the movie Halloween Ends.
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
I'm
No, you're
trying
right.
to be positive. I
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
remove it all the way over
Yeah.
here and not even have it be a Halloween movie to be
Yeah.
positive, because I'd like to be positive, but it's got to be all the way removed.
Yeah.
Aye, man.
Since I've seen that movie, I started making chicken croquettes for the guys down at the police station because I think that's a really cool thing to do now.
It's really
All
not,
right.
but I mean, kudos to you.
That's
Yeah.
still
Either way.
positive.
Mhm.
Either way. Horror Nerd 13, you are asking some great questions. I can only imagine how that was, without a doubt. What was it like working on Bloody Summer Camp?
That was really fun. I mean, everybody was amazing. It was a great location. I remember that I was just so happy because I never actually got to go to locations like that. I never got to actually, as a kid, experience camping or have camaraderie or be around people in a summer kind of setting. I always wanted to, but
Mm.
no matter what I did, never happened. So to me, that was a huge deal to be able to do that. I don't know how to swim, so that's always fun when you're going to like a summer location. Like, can you swim? Can you do this? Well, I can doggy paddle. That's enough, right? So
That's enough.
It's enough.
I'm summery enough. I grew up in Florida,
Yeah.
so that's as summer as I can bring to you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let's
But
see.
besides that, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm ready for
absolutely.
summer. I also burn very easily, but I didn't do any of those things. It was a great location. I love just being in that area. It was very beautiful.
Yeah.
And everybody was really, really nice and like amazing, like super talented people. And that's all you can ask for. And it's above and beyond what I was expecting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that goes without saying.
Yeah. I remember Dave saying that the pond was disgusting. He couldn't believe anybody got in the water.
She got in water, of course.
that was me.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Mhm.
But I didn't know any different either. I'm just like, is this really how water is
Like, holy shit, just like
supposed to be like this?
caustic or
guess.
something? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And you don't
Um,
think about stuff like that too. You're just like, you're excited and you're working and everything. And you're just
What
like,
is that?
alligators, snakes, mosquitoes, it's fine. It's all fine.
It's all great.
It's great. Production value. Keep rolling. Keep
I
rolling.
didn't have good experiences at
Trees.
camp either. I went one. All right.
I don't know how to make a tent. So.
I went 1 year, and it was like, oh goddamn, how old was I? 10, 11 maybe.
Don't age yourself.
I know, right? I'm only 25, so it wasn't that long ago.
It was 2012.
Right. So I remember fishing. And I remember the little asshole that was fishing in front of me cast it back and got the hook caught in my fucking thumb.
Oh man.
Sucked. Then up to that point we did stay in like tents, and then we went to this house or whatever, and they were like, well, now you get to sleep in the bed, but you can't sleep under the covers. You got to put a sleeping bag on top of the covers. Like, what the fuck is this, man?
That's weird.
Bitch, I'm closing the door, and you don't know what I'm doing. I fucking threw that sleeping bag on the floor, and I got under them covers. Like, I can make the goddamn bed in the morning. Just weird. Like, it was just
a very strange, very specific rule.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it was bizarre. Didn't go summer camp again after that, clearly. Oh, who said we know what you're doing under covers? That sounds like a Paul thing. Yeah, you're probably right.
No, it's Abby.
Abby, Jesus Christ.
Even better.
Even better. But yeah, I mean, it's I'm not going camping. Clint has like a little what you got, your little trailer hitch that you can put on, and we can take your trailer out in the woods and we can sleep in there, and I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we could take the camper out. Why not?
Nope. Not doing it. Too much.
I have a camper that looks like the one at the end of that Bigfoot movie exists.
See, this is why we don't go camping.
Though.
It's just ready to get rolled down a hill with us inside of it, and Bigfoot trying to break his way in.
All I can think is that Mickey Mouse cartoon way, way, way back when, where they got fucking like Mickey's got a camper, and
my god,
like they're all sleeping, right? So he controls everything from the fucking like the car. So he's like, all right, time for you motherfuckers to get up. So he's like, hits the button, the beds go up.
No.
And then it's like Donald Duck's like, all right, cool. So now it's time for me to get a bath. So all of a sudden the fucking room changes from a bedroom to a bathroom. He unzips the bathtub, gets in the bathtub, right? Starts, washing his feet and shit and singing in the bathtub. So Goofy's driving the fucking car that they're pulling.
Goofy
so
should not be driving.
Yeah, he's unaware of anything going on. So of course, he's just fucking oblivious to everything. So Donald's getting the worst of it as usual, and even buddy named Donald usually always gets the worst of everything. So he's getting fucked 6 ways from Sunday. He's like, hey, I'm still bathing. He's like, fuck that noise. You're done. So he gets thrown out of the bathtub. He gets electrocuted. Then he gets thrown into his normal, shirt with his hat, and
electrocuted.
Violent.
They go to the breakfast table. So Goofy comes in again. Goofy's driving the fucking car. Comes in.
He's driving.
Yeah, right. So Mickey's like, "Oh, we're gonna drive past these cows." So he milks a cow as they're driving. Cool. Then he gets these corn. He gets these ears of corn. Right out of a farm.
Are they electrocuted? Like, you could eat those at least.
Well, that's coming up again. So once they get the milk, they get the corn, they put everything out. So of course, Goofy's dumbass, he's like, well, I want some toast. So he jumps in the toaster with his hand, gets electrocuted, watches the corn turn into popcorn, and like the last kernel on the piece of corn, like flicks him in the eye, gives him a black eye, and then Mickey's like, hey,
violence.
Who's driving the car?
Goofy, no.
Goofy's like, oh, I'm sitting here. Oh, fuck. And of course, all hell breaks loose after that. So anyways, sorry to go way off track. I'm not going.
No, that's
camping.
actually on track because I would love to watch that. I need to find that episode of whatever the hell Mickey Mouse was doing.
I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
Because that definitely sounds like that could have been included in any of these camping movies.
It could have been a special
feature. Added so much value to every single one of the movies out there.
Special feature. You would get the fuck suit out of you, but it'd be so worth it.
You have to just rearrange them. Instead of Goofy's not driving, it's like Brittany. And Brittany's just kind of like, I don't know what's happening.
Just take all the clips and rearrange them.
Donald becomes like Daphne. She's like, motherfuckers, why are you always messing with me? And I can't
stupid fucks.
Exactly.
Why am I getting electrocuted in the bathtub? God.
And maybe she
Mhm.
doesn't get electrocuted right away, but she does eventually
will
get
eventually.
electrocuted in the bathtub.
She will eventually
Mhm.
throw a toaster in there. Oh Lord!
Or
All
some
right,
electrified corn.
damn,
Yeah.
dude, I'm telling you. I think you go after a baked potato too. I think Goofy tries to eat a baked potato.
Oh
I
Wow.
don't know why that
God.
just kind of sticks out in my head. This is back in the man.
If
My
it sticks
grandfather,
out, it happened. It really
my
happened.
my grandfather recorded all that shit on video for me. So I'm just trying to remember all that shit. It's hilarious.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Yeah,
Skinamarink.
skin 'em. I had an elephant show.
Uh-huh.
Don't get that twisted. I had an elephant show.
Mhm.
I did too.
Oh man,
Mhm.
fucking great. Sharon, Lois, and Bram. All right, goddamn it! Before we get way off here, because we could do it.
We always do. We always go
We're gonna
over
have to have
here.
Julie on
Yeah.
for
Way
fucking
over
like
here.
Yeah.
80s, 90s cartoons.
Yeah. I was going to
I'll come
start
back for
naming
80s
off
and
more
90s.
camping movies.
All
I
right,
mean, we
well,
could just do like these shows, like a whole series of them.
Mhm.
Cartoons, camping
you're not
movies,
lying.
Mhm.
cartoon
Mhm.
camping animations, all of it.
Uh,
Give us your ideas.
right. Oh shit.
Reaction
I
videos.
think Julie.
Don't the kids do that these
think,
days? The
I think
reaction
Julie's gonna be
videos?
she's gonna be the lost third member of Hamityville.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the reaction person.
There you go.
It's
I
going
have
to get all
space to
the.
react now. It's not against a white wall.
That's
or
true.
anything.
That's true. No
Mhm.
doubt about it. Well, you have to tell us. You have to tell us about Amityville Turkey Day. You have to tell us about this.
Amityville Turkey Day.
As she takes a big old sip of Bush Light.
Bush Light. I know.
That's good
Classy
Bush.
ladies.
Bush good light.
Mhm.
Right?
That's what Texans do. No, we do Lone
I'm
Star.
drinking my monster. Stay awake.
Monster. So I'm prepared for the storm.
That's true.
I think it's going to be okay, though. I think that
Yeah.
it was kind of like a false alarm, which I'd rather be alarmed and then nothing at all and not,
Yeah,
be
right.
prepared. So it's also, we're actually in the middle. So we do have people above, people below. So it's not like the roof right there,
Oh.
which is kind of cool. It's like, let us know what's going on, guys.
Mhm.
But,
You all are fucked. I'm not. Sorry.
we love it, though. It's
My
nice.
bathroom's
It's a really
good.
nice place. I know. The bathtub.
It does look
But,
like a nice place.
No,
Mhm.
it's really nice. I love Texas. I really do. I love everything about it. People are just so nice. It's different vibe. It's different than Long Island. It's its own thing. And I'm from Florida, so again, I just kind of love certain things about being in this area. Just kind of reminds me of different things that I love in life. So, but Amityville Turkey Day. So we're
Yes.
editing it. It's about halfway edited. We are hoping to have everything done in the next 2 weeks. We have a lot of amazing people that I'm getting things in from what they contributed and what they worked on that wasn't on set. And then we do have a few things that are getting sent to us from people that were important from New York that had additional things to shoot. So that one, I don't know for certain. I'm hoping the release is going to be this November, but I don't know 100% through the distributor. Will is the one talking to the distributor. So I'm just kind of like assisting with as far as um, going by the script, going scene for scene, matching things up, editing, giving my opinion on transitioning from scene to scene, where things should cut, which one looks best. So I'm kind of jumping in more on this one with my opinions on what I think looks best or fits best with what I wrote as far as the script to make it um, kind of like the vision that was originally planned for it. So, but also we shot additional things and where those fit in to kind of integrate them. And first, we're doing kind of what was shot and what was originally planned, and then integrating the other things if it works better. So that's about, I'd say, 2 weeks away from being completed to get that out there and sent out to its home where it will be released to the universe and everybody. So that's where that one's at.
Mhm. Very cool.
Well, Cody was excited to be part of Turkey Day.
And he did amazing. I love Cody. He's always an amazing person to work with, and he always contributes such a fun addition. And I hope to work with him in person soon. I think every opportunity I've had to work with him has been great. So is everybody. So anyone who's on here that leaves a comment and you have questions after the show on any of the projects where they stand, Camp Blood 666 Part 2, Turkey Day, Silent Night, Bloody Night 3. That one we are almost completed. We have to reshoot an ending for the distributor, and we have that one almost completed with editing too. And
Mhm.
that one we're going to reshoot something that's going to fit good with the distributor to kind of get something additional in there for them
Okay.
where they want to take the series in that direction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, and after that, that one will be released too. And then Bloody Nun, I think I mentioned earlier. So that's where
Yeah.
all of those are standing as far as the ones that I have say in and that I have like control over what's happening.
Well, Ryan, I tell you what, if you did the
Yes.
posters, if you will be gracious enough to send me and Clint those posters, we will put them up behind us.
He is
And
great. He is fantastic. He's actually something to talk about with the new project. He's going to be redoing the poster art for that one to release with the campaign. We had one that he originally did, and we're going to update it with one of our actresses, with an actual actress that we worked with, that's part of the film and part of the film family. So he's going to be reimagining that this week. That's something else that's being worked on. But he's a great person for art and for promotion, a person that's part of the community that is very like heartfelt, that loves horror, that loves the community, and that genuinely loves being a part of what everyone's working on. And I would highly, above and beyond, recommend him to be somebody that everybody connects with. If you're seeing this, please connect with him. He's great, great person.
love it. Love it. So, are you going to give us anything exclusive?
The exclusive is so this weekend I'm going to launch the campaign for cheerleader camp elimination. It is not affiliated with any other cheerleader camp movie whatsoever. So it is its own cheerleader movie. It's something that I'm writing that's an original script. It doesn't have anything that kind of connects anywhere. It's something that I hope does bring together a bunch of really twisted things in my mind from that genre. So if anybody is a fan of, I would say Battle Royale is a good one to put in there. There's some Saw elements. There's cheerleaders versus mascots, but there's also a very corrupt family involved, and I'll give that part away. So it's everyone that's there is there for a specific reason. It's not just your typical they tried out and they're ready to do a fun thing. There are girls there that are there for ready, to have a fun time, but they all have motives and they're all in it for their own gain, but they're also going to take advantage of the situations and they might be there to manipulate certain other people that are there. Some of them know why others are there and some don't. So it's kind of like a melting pot of a couple different movies that mean a lot to me as a horror fan, but it's its own kind of standalone thing that hopefully will be really fun for people to not only be a part of but to watch. And that's the hugest part for me in making it is I want to make something that horror fans really want to be there in the middle of, whether they're watching it, whether they're, in it and they're actually on the set or, just there in some kind of way. I hope it stands out because that was for me. I was like the really pale, skinny, outcast kid that I wanted to be a cheerleader so bad. I know I've said this before on other points of interest, but that was something really important to me. But nobody liked me and nobody wanted me to be like in sports or on their team and I wasn't popular and stuff like that. So, um, it was it's not so much that I want to see them die on screen as much as I did as a kid where I was like, "That's cool. That's Becca and that's Brittany and that's B and they're all
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
girls or when they didn't let me." But now it's more like now I get to make them fight each other, so that's even more cool. Like they get to go head to head. So
Well, the best thing about it is that you know the fact that you say you weren't picked for sports or popular. I mean it's really fun to see where you are now. Um,
yeah.
doing what you're doing, and I mean, and me and Clint always say, you've done what 95% of the people on Earth will never do, and that's make a movie, write a movie, produce a movie.
Mm.
Um, so and the fact that you're knee deep in the middle of it all, and you are. If you go and look at what you've been in and what you and Will have done, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy because your name gets brought up a lot, Will's name gets brought up a lot, and I haven't been disappointed with anything.
Well, thank you. I know that sometimes it's hard because it's literally just us. And I'm getting brought up to speed now where in the beginning it was, Will had some help from other people and then it just became like us and then it became just him. Well, he works full time and he does the best that he can, but he's super talented and he's very dedicated. And then he's taught me a lot to where I've started to help with editing. The only thing I did was credits on Camp Blood. So if anybody has complaints with credits, that was me. So Camp Blood 666 part 2. But I did, I'm starting to help with the editing and I have my eye for it. I don't think it's a good eye or a bad eye, but I have a different eye for me, a big one is transitioning from scene to scene. I'm kind of like
Oh,
a stickler with
it's
that.
it's make or break.
definitely.
So there are things that are my mind that now we're discussing that's going to start to come into where that's going to show up in what we're doing. And it does take longer. I know there are people, and God bless them, they have the way to do things a little faster. I'm at least trying to be more communicative and like open and talk to everybody and give information. And then eventually we're going to have a team where we can do things a little faster too. But all these movies we do together and we do put everything into it. So, it does take a little bit longer. So thank you again for being there and supporting. And I like to show behind the scenes. I like to also give people props for the work that they did. So as I go forward with this new one, I'm going to be editing a lot of it on my own at this point because I feel like I'm ready to do more of it. He's going to help me, but as we go further, like the next project, I'm going to be even more involved. And so I'm a huge horror fan. I'm someone that collects, I'm someone that is in love with the whole genre and the community. So if anyone ever has questions, again, please ask me. I'm the first person that you can ask about where any of these movies are going or where they're at or what's going on or if you have something that you're waiting on. But so that makes me feel really good to hear that and thank you again cuz I love these movies. They're great. I mean, we love the people that we work with. I always feel so strongly about the team and all the work that goes into it. It may not be like a Hollywood production. It may not be like huge and just all these people, but everybody gets their hands dirty. So everyone on the set always does more than just act. They always do more than just, show up.
Right.
So, it is a labor of love, and that's something that is so important to me about these movies, and so I really appreciate that, and that love of it goes back to everybody that worked on them too.
No, we're getting a lot of comments with that too. I mean,
Mhm.
support for Will. Cody says that apparently somebody strangled you 10 years ago.
That was Gustavo Perez.
Okay, there you go.
I've been strangled a lot, so
Apparently so.
I appreciate it too, so
Um, Ryan has, does have enough good things to say about you guys. I mean, says, best man he's worked for a long time. Somebody gonna bust out the cheerleading outfit. Who the hell is that? Is that Abby? That'd be
Andrea
funny.
get
Collins.
over here.
Okay.
Andrea Collins.
Oh,
Now-
Andy.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
Andy.
You guys are the best. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
We try. We remember we get
Ralph
these guys
Ray.
on here. That's
You guys are definitely the best.
no.
That's why when you messaged me, I'm like, I'll get on right away, tornado or not. We'll go through the tornado. I'm just like, I was worried about the power because they said that there was power outages. We didn't have the hail that big though, so and I don't hear it right now, so maybe tonight. I heard thunder last night. I had a dream about tornadoes, so it's spurted in
Oh,
my
that's
head.
yeah. There you go.
So
That's fresh in the head.
they passed too though, so I wasn't actually in it. So
There you go. No, I mean we love everything you guys do, and we got it. I don't know why we haven't had Will on the show. I know he's busy. I know that, like you said, he works full time and everything. So I know getting him nailed down is hard, but we got to get him on the show too because
yeah.
he's just as important to these as you are. So
No, and he loves the people that, we work with too, and he feels very strongly, and he puts so much into it, and it's hard because, again, he does work full time, and it's literally that's his workstation right there. He has a station now. This apartment's great. It
Wow.
has its
that's
own little
awesome.
kind of alcove right there around this
Mhm.
little bend here, where the MacBook for editing goes right there. So it's not where we were before, and it's much nicer, and so things will go more speedily. But moving and life and things like that, and then job and transfers, it comes in. But
Mhm.
um at least I can answer where the last few movies are at and where they're going to be, where they're coming from, and like kind of deadlines for them. um and then if anything were to change, I'm an open book. I will answer anything. I'm just very grateful for everybody who supports and understands, because these movies, again, they're not going to be perfect. They're not going to be blockbusters, but we do, I feel, keep getting better and more knowledgeable the more we hear from what people want, people's experiences, and then we learn what works for us too. So we are here in Texas now. We're going to meet new people. We're going to have old people come out. Um, the cheerleader camp elimination, I already know that there's people I want to come back, and there's people I want to work with now that I have the ability to work with because I'm not in New York. So
Mhm.
I'm not in New York. I had to throw that in there.
That's the second time I heard you slip into that accent.
Yeah, right.
it comes and goes, but I'm bad
Right.
with accents too
That was
because
good.
yeah, it comes and goes. Like I have Andrea Collins. She's Tennessee, and I'll
Oh,
go into her accent. My friend Emily, I'll go into her Boston accent, and then I'll have this like weird mishmash of all these weird like
Jesus.
heavy. I have very heavy
Uh-huh.
accent of people. Will has a strong Long Island. Andy has the Nashville, the Alabama and Tennessee, and then Emily's got Boston. So boy, oh boy, if I get angry, it turns into like a
Oh, look
hydra
out.
of
Yeah.
bad
It's oh
accents.
shit. Jesus. Oh,
And for anybody who watched Amityville Thanksgiving, those were their real accents. Natalie Perry and Paul Fagilone, or I can't even say
oh, there's no
Yeah.
if you've seen that,
that's their
you can't
accents.
fake that. There is no,
Guys,
that's not
No.
fake. That's real as real gets.
stop posting that they're fake
No,
accents.
not at all.
You cannot replicate. Those are their real. Talk to Natalie Perry. That's her. That's literally her. And
Mhm.
Paul and Mark Fullhart. That's
Yeah.
literally them, guys.
That's great.
Well, Jim says everything you do is a blockbuster.
I
So
hope so. Well, you know what? I will take that and I will put my own spin on it. It belongs in Blockbuster. So if we had
I
Blockbuster
wish,
still, I miss it.
you know what,
Me too.
this has been a question that I have not asked anybody, and I'll be the first to ask you, and let's see what you think. So, if Blockbuster was still around
Hmm.
and these movies got released in a Blockbuster, do you
Yes.
think they would be more popular?
Yes. The reason being is the horror aisle, in my opinion, was always the most popular. Whether kids snuck over there, um, couples trying to go on a date. I really always felt like it was the most popular aisle, even though people would go to the new releases, they would always sneak over there. And box art,
Yes.
except for action movies, I will say,
Yep.
except for action movies, the sci-fi and horror whole little area had the best poster art.
Ever. Ever.
Yeah.
And then especially horror, if you're looking for, something saucy or something like murderous or something like kind of more extreme, you got that from going to that aisle.
You ain't lying.
You got the art. So if you were looking for like a cute person, especially a cute person getting murdered or a monster, you would go over there just to at least look at the box art, and that stuck with you.
Yep.
So even if you didn't rent it then, you would come back or you would remember it and you would tell it to somebody else and they would go back and rent it because they remembered the box art. The box art was really important for horror.
Yeah.
And sci-fi did it too, but still horror was always more extreme. So you would get like a real kind of like peek into that world, something that maybe you couldn't watch, or you watch it through like the broken screen or like the weird
Oh yeah, the pay-per-view screen.
the
I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
pay-per-view
I'm
screen.
notorious for that.
Yeah. Yeah. The
But you would go over
scramble.
there
I bring that
and
up every
scramble.
time.
Yeah.
Scrambled porn.
So you would go over there and you would see the box art and you'd be like, well, and then you turn it over real quick and you're like, looking what's on the back.
The only
That's
bad
right.
thing, because we did a we did a box art. We did like a cover poster box art episode, and there was a few that came up that we were all kind of like, yeah. So Evil Dead 2 won the award from it because you couldn't tell what the hell that was. Like,
no, you
seeing
can't.
that and then watching the movie was like, where the hell was this at? Where was that? There was nothing, you know. I mean, it just was out of left field, and I think maybe the other one might have been like Return of the Living Dead, maybe.
Oh, Sleepaway Camp 2 is like
Sleepaway Camp 2
big
is
one,
notorious for
too.
that.
Yeah, because it was literally like you saw the girl and she was
Yep.
cute, and then she had all the instruments from all the major horror franchises of the time.
Yep.
And then she was obviously going camping, which is like, oh, so you didn't know if that was the killer or what was going on. It was very, like, as a child,
misleading.
there was a lot of questions.
Oh, 100%.
And then you felt like, well, if I can't rent all these movies, I'm going to get this one because it's Jason and Freddy and it's everything.
Yeah, because I know who these people is.
Yeah, so
that's right.
The whole everything in this one movie. At least
That's
I thought so.
The first horror movie I ever rented, and I don't know if you can consider. We've obviously we've done a hangout on it, but Tremors was the first one I ever rented.
It's good.
Yeah.
You know, straight up out of the box.
Do you ever do like a show on a whole like franchise kind of?
We have the past couple hangouts.
We did a bunch of them recently. Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta catch up.
We've done
I
Tremors.
haven't been on a lot.
We've done Tremors. We did
suggest that.
Scream. We did we went way out of our comfort zone. Not really comfort zone, but we did Terminator.
Yeah.
Nice.
We did. What's the last one we just did? Shit.
I know we did. Now I can't remember.
God, Jesus.
Must not have been great.
Final Destination.
Well, there you have it.
Final Destination. Yeah, right. Yeah, we've done a couple. Resident Evil. That was one we did
do that one.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we do the franchises.
See, I was gonna suggest you do that, but I've been out of the loop for like a couple months getting together here. But no, you guys like again, you make everybody feel so happy when you come on here. I could see people just hanging out and actually being able to talk about one subject the whole time too.
Yeah.
Our hangouts go for.
Oh, we got a hangout.
Our longest was 6 hours.
Oh my god.
We actually stayed.
Yeah.
We stayed on for 6 hours.
No, I didn't. I went to bed. I couldn't handle 6 hours. That wasn't.
Because you're a pussy. No, I don't even know. I was the same way. I was like, you guys just keep on going.
You're just sleeping. You wake up and you're like, are you guys still talking?
Now I did that. I will admit that was one of the worst times I've had because I got absolutely blasted. And
you gotta drink these. These will last forever.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I said, hey guys, I'll be right back. I never came back.
Yeah.
And the feed was still going.
That's like a horror movie. I never came back.
It was 14 hours.
Yeah, well, at this point he hadn't included me as a host in order to have control of the stream.
He couldn't stop it.
We were done talking, but I couldn't end the stream, so it just left it until he woke up to turn it off.
Like I crawled in here, crawled to the desk and was like, this motherfucker's still going. Because
was anybody still talking?
No, but I could see myself and it was live for
black screen.
14 hours.
Everybody else had left.
I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't decide to come in here butt ass naked.
You're just doing the crawl.
Yeah, that's what I did. I literally crawled from the door over here and was like, motherfucker, this is still alive. And
that's worth it to stay to the end.
And crawled back to bed. Like, what just happened? Yeah. So luckily I haven't done that for a little while. Bad.
That's awesome though.
But yeah, we do.
Those are for the hardcore fans. They gotta find
something hardcore, definitely. Well, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that compliment. That means a lot.
Thank you, Jim.
Oh shit, yeah. See, Claire keeps us in line. Puppet Master. We did Jaws.
She has it.
We did Jaws, Clowns,
Puppet Master,
Phantasm. Puppet Master was rough as fuck.
Oh. Well, there was like
15 fucking movies.
I know. I think only one of us had seen all of them.
Yeah, of course, Ryan. So Ryan joined
Ryan, our Canadian friend.
Yeah, our Canadian friend, the guy that his taste, like
he has a wide.
It goes off the wall. Oh, he goes off the wall. Like Jaws 3 is his favorite Jaws.
Did he say that?
I don't know.
Remember that.
Hey, I kind of agree, but that's only because I was in Florida and I was very small, and so I connected with it because it was Orlando. And then so it was really very important to me as a child because I was like, oh, because I was a very young horror fan and I couldn't watch very many of them. And I'm like, oh, I'm into SeaWorld. And so I felt so connected to it.
You're like, oh goddamn, Jaws is eating the whales.
Yeah.
And he's floating
Yeah.
like so
Oh my
slowly.
God,
That
please.
CGI
Jesus,
takes like
CGI.
10 minutes to get there.
Yep, I give Claire credit for Puppet Master. She did do 8
She
of them.
did watch 8
See?
movies.
She watched 8. I
Yeah.
mean, there are not a lot of
her and
franchises
Rich
that have
watched
8.
8.
But
God.
goddamn, Puppet Master does. Jesus.
Mhm.
That's a game
So-
right there.
Right. So Tarot
Yeah.
Card says forgot to tune in until now. Hi, Julie.
Oh, hi. He's great.
You know what? I'm just gonna go on record and say it. I'm just gonna say it, Clint, because I don't care. This has been one of our best watch streams that we've ever had.
There's a lot of people on here.
A lot of people. A lot of people.
Hi, people.
Yeah.
It's yeah. We just the comments. Oh, I'm gonna throw Toby out there.
Oh, hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, Toby.
Yeah. I love
yeah,
the fact we're getting great interaction now.
this is great.
I can see people this time, and I see
Yeah.
blood in the background, and like
I have set it up a
ugh.
little bit. I've set it up a little bit different rather than putting the links in the actual description. I've actually put it where it lets you join the event from the page. So I'm pretty sure that might be what's going on. So
I
I'm just
also
gonna
don't
do
have
that.
like an archaic, weird brick laptop to be on too. I'm on a
True.
real computer, like a real screen, I believe,
Yeah.
and things.
And you
going
sounded
on.
fantastic. You sounded phenomenal.
This.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
It's,
Yeah.
Everyone looks clear and good too. Nobody's glitched out that I've seen.
Yeah.
well, we
awesome.
always try to look good, but
Mhm.
I fail all the time. Clint looks great.
So what are you guys doing next? Let me interview you.
Oh,
What are
she's
you
straight
guys
up. She
doing
fucking
next?
segued. That's like, what are we doing next? So it's funny that you mention it because we have Brad Sykes coming on tomorrow.
Yes.
Um,
I'm a little bit
so
excited about that.
yeah, so that's kind of funny with the whole Camp Blood thing. And then
Also,
yep, yeah, right. And we actually have Tom Matthews coming on Thursday.
wow, that's awesome.
So yeah, we got some stuff lined up. We got let's see, we got Kelsey Living Good will be on.
Oh, she's awesome.
Let's see who else we got.
I'll have to check the schedule. I don't remember.
We got Brian. Brian is coming on. I hope Brian Bremer.
Oh yeah.
I hope
From
he gets
Pumpkinhead.
That dude is so fucking busy with his shit. He just got done with was it Bride of Frankencon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then
Misty Wagner.
Wagner.
Oh, cool.
Can't remember who else we got. We got some we do got some guests lined up, so
You get the best guests though, and they're always like so happy because they have a great experience.
we
Like,
try. We try.
I don't get any kind of apprehension talking to you guys. Like I've said this before, you always make me feel so comfortable. And again, like you know, I don't talk all the time, like as much as I used to, and as it's hard with extroversion. I have to like kind of force. Oh, he's getting crazy. The dog he's getting bouncing.
I
He's
looked
like,
at the time. It was like
Yeah.
an hour. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
Loki's gonna go crazy.
He's got to go spray on the universe. There's dogs here in Long Island. They don't have dogs like anywhere. So here
Did you hear that, Clint?
dogs
That shit came
everywhere.
right on out.
Yeah,
She
it came
said,
right out.
You
Yeah.
got dogs here. They don't have dogs here.
They got
don't have dogs here in
the dogs
that's
are
in Long
everywhere. They
Island.
got the dogs everywhere here. So the dogs everywhere. But I have to take him because he has to spray and announce himself to every single one of them.
Oh,
Well,
He
absolutely.
needs to be
absolutely.
known. So
I gotta go do the same thing though.
but yeah, no, I just want to thank you guys again for how I know a lot of us in the horror community aren't the most extroverted until we get around people that we're comfortable with. And I feel like, every time I talk to you guys, I feel so right at home. We laugh, the time goes. I could be on here literally way longer if I didn't hear him literally breaking the door down.
Right.
So I'm just like, but thank you again. And it's just something that means so much. I know I'm speaking for so many people when I say what you do to talk to people and care about what they're doing and give us a voice and also give us somebody, to speak with when we talk to you guys. You guys are really supportive, you're kind, you're funny, and you feel like friends. I consider you guys friends, so I really appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much.
Well,
We appreciate you coming on.
yeah,
It's
that,
always amazing to see you.
That hits hard.
And
I'm
That really
excited
does.
about your projects.
Well, I'll keep you guys in the loop with everything. And of course, as things progress, I want to come on again and have me on for one of these get-togethers, these slumber parties. These sound
I'll
fun.
send you. I'll
Yeah.
send you.
Yeah.
When I create one next time, I'll send you the invite. And if you come on, you come on. If you don't, but either way,
Thank
I'll
you.
make sure you're included. And
And I'll tell Will too. I'll tell
yeah,
him
yeah.
he's being wrestled. I mean, they're going head to head, and there's battle royale already. They're like
Hey, there you go.
dogs fist fighting and everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's holding.
Cheerleader camp elimination is happening.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
mascot. It's gonna be Loki.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But no, I just wanna make sure I echo the
Thank you.
sentiments with Clint. You know, we enjoy having people on here like you. We enjoy
Thank
having
you.
people on here that enjoy what they do. You know, it's a pleasure that we get to interview you guys.
It really
know,
means everything.
it's our pleasure to have you guys on here. I mean, we wouldn't even still be here if it wasn't for you guys. So,
Well, and
the
we
feeling's
wouldn't be
mutual.
here if people didn't care. If people didn't care and want to support and be part of it, I mean, I'd be writing, but I wouldn't know. I'd just kind of put it out on one of those little like Viking boats on fire into the water and see if somebody found it. Message
yeah.
in a bottle or something. So
Yeah.
Right.
thanks for spreading the word on what everybody's
Mhm.
doing, and again, just being really cool people to talk to. It
Well, we
does mean a
do. We
lot.
definitely do our best. And again, you know, you guys make it easy for us. That's the
Thank
thing
you.
is, you
Yeah.
know, we,
And thanks for giving us something to talk
yes,
about.
exactly. I mean, hour and 5 minutes of your life. So,
Well, I will continue to give you something to talk about. And, you know, again, I love it. It means the world to me. I've always wanted to do this when I was a kid. I didn't think, you know, I would ever be actually doing it, especially writing and behind a camera or doing anything. I still can't lift the camera though. That's the one thing I will never be
because
able to
those
do.
fuckers
I'm
are
too
heavy.
shaky. If you want a shaky cam movie, I guess, but I'm
Hey, you
not
know what?
really.
Oh
Sometimes
yeah,
they're the
you can
best
do
ones.
found
You
footage.
can do
Why
it.
not?
Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe,
I'm
but
in.
on sticks, okay. But I don't know.
Got it.
We'll see.
Well, whenever you want to do found footage, let us know because we'll definitely look forward to that one.
We'll do a
Hey, maybe
found footage hangout. We'll
maybe
invite
one
you to
day you
that
guys
one.
will be in the movie.
Hell
You
yeah.
guys
You never
Hey,
will
know.
be podcasters in the movie.
hey,
Mhm.
we,
No,
you
and
know,
what's that?
it hadn't been the first time we've heard that. So
That's
Yeah.
we'll
because
see what
people love
happens
you.
there. We'll go take your doggy out.
Yeah, go walk the
Again,
dog.
yeah, go walk that
I'm gonna walk
dog.
the dog. I gotta go walk the dog.
Walk the
Okay, have
dog.
a nice night. I gotta walk the dog.
Oh Jesus. Julie, it's been an absolute pleasure as usual, guys. Make sure you follow her projects with what she's doing.
Thank you.
She's a phenomenal person. Her and Will, they definitely have phenomenal projects coming out. They have phenomenal things that are already out. You know, check it out. We've already mentioned them. Hamityville Karen.
Yeah.
You know,
Hop on Tubi.
Amityville Thanksgiving.
Enter
Is
her
that not
name.
one?
You'll see about 15 movies.
Oh God.
Yeah, 15. That's just
Almost
yeah,
literally, yeah.
and that's just what's coming out in 2022 and 2023.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, yeah, keep track of these guys. They're fantastic.
Thank you.
You know, and we can't say enough good things about them. You know, so follow them if you can. You know, they're great. It's not really hard to follow them. You just find them on Facebook and say like or friend request. So if you can click a mouse,
And
you
I
can
will
find them.
accept you.
Yep. If you can click a mouse, you can find them. My dear, thank you so much. We love you. We cannot
Thank
wait
you.
to find out what you got cooking next time. But I tell you what, Amityville Turkey Day, that smells pretty good cooking.
I want to see that.
He's turning out really good. He's in a very fine brine right now, and he's coming out very plump and nice. So the last thing with us is we're getting his lines over to his person, and then after that, he should be pretty ready to go. So we have a
Awesome.
really, you know, great person that's voicing him. I'm very proud of him, and so as soon as we give him his voice, he can fly free.
Awesome.
Well,
Fantastic.
you know, as far as turkeys fly.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
absolutely. Fantastic. Guys, follow us, Hamityville Horror Podcast on Facebook, Hamityville 2022, Instagram, and what the fuck else is that on?
Twitter.
Couldn't remember. Follow us. You know, we have our hangouts every Saturday. If you want to join, let us know. You can always comment. You can always watch us. I always usually put the links out there. And again, Julianne Prescott, everybody, again, my love. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we will
Thank you,
talk to you
everybody.
soon.
Thank
Bye.
you. Good night.